Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We are here at the Red Dragon Champion of Champions, and we've got none other than the King of Bling, Bobby George himself. Bobby, first of all, how are you? We all know on social media you went in to have your knee done. How is it?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I'm getting there. Put it that way.
On the mend?
Yeah, it's a very painful operation. But I had the other one done about 15 years ago. But the good thing, you can't remember pain. So I thought I'll have this one done. I wish I never did. But now I'm getting mended. It's a marvellous thing. You can walk without a stick, and you can do things that you couldn't do before. So I'm glad I'm getting on the mend now.
Champion of Champions, we're here. The closest thing to the news of the world we've seen. The tournament you know very well yourself.
Best of three, 501, is a dangerous game to play as a dart player. Now, when I started, we only played best of three. And the only tournament was best of five was the Winmore World Masters. So everything else is best of three. Now this tournament, you've got some really good players here, but not necessarily the guy that's the best player on paper would win this. This is dangerous. One toss of a coin, best of three, 501. Get your nappy on, boy, get your nappy on.
And you won two of them as well, so that shows how good your game was.
Well, probably the people I played wasn't very good. No, I got to the News of the World finals 5 times, I think. I think it was 5 times, maybe more. I only won it twice, but to win it, it was very difficult to win. And it's over 10 months, that wasn't like you played on this one day. You had to play over 10 months, different people, different areas, all the way up to the final. And it was nerve-wracking, but because we played best of three, you get used to it. Some of these boys play longer games now. Now, when you say best of three, they want their mummy. They start panicking because mama's staying you out. It's a great game. It's a great leveller. It's like 301 doubling, best of three. Now, that is even a tougher game. But anything best of three, not 1001, because the bloke who can score power scoring is going to win. But this, you can't make a mistake. You've got to have a bit of luck. Toss of a coin, well, you go twice, can't you? If you win one, right? But if you went up the middle, every leg, personally, if I was in it, I'd say, let's go in the middle every leg. Then you use your ability, not a toss of a coin. But the News of the World was a toss of a coin and game on, and you was out 4 or 5 minutes. You take months to get there, and less than 5 minutes you're out. So that's how dangerous it was.
This is the best field we've seen as well for the Red Dragon Champion of Champions. It's becoming a real staple fixture on the dart in Canada. Is that a good thing for darts that a local tournament that started out has got so big?
It's good prize money as well for a normal person to think, like, I'm saying normal, they're all normal, I don't mean it in a nasty way. I'm talking about the run-of-the-mill dart players who don't do it for a living, haven't had the experience, but this, they're going to have the experience, and whoever wins it is very good prize money. It's excellent prize money. So it gives them a bit of gold. You've got to have a gold in darts to go to. It's no use playing in some pubs and clubs and you've got no gold. You need a gold. Now this, if someone wins the Champion of Champions, got the money, that's the gold, but they've got the prestige that they want it. So that's a good thing.
Dart in Canada's hotting up as well. We know you're one of Michael's biggest fans. Going into this World Series, there was a lot of questions that needed answering. Were you concerned about his form going in?
No, Michael is, I like Michael. He's a very, he's well-mannered boy. He is. He's been brought up right. Great dart player. But I think he does too much. Now, he can win a lot. He's won a lot of money. When they say he's not playing well, he wasn't playing well the other day when he played South African, I think. I can't remember who he played now. But he had about 80 average, which is B1, the last leg. And then he plays Barney in the final and bashes him up. But he's got the ability to do that. But he is a very good dart player, but I think he's doing too much. I said to him, look, get what you can while you can. You're not there all the time in our game. In this game, you can be a champion one day, and you can, from hero to zero, you can go quick. But the boy, he won another tournament, so he ain't playing bad, is he?
No.
He keeps winning. He don't win them all, but probably 80% now he's winning. But I watch him a lot, and I think he only wins the big money ones. 500 grand, he'll win it. You know, you don't play any different for 30 grand. You play the same. You play to win. Doesn't matter what. But he seems to press the right button when there's big money on it. And he said to him, because I work with Jason Tay a lot, don't I? And he said, I've been thinking, Bobby. I said, oh yeah. You earn more money per dart than me. Because I only play one leg a night. He gets to play all night.
Also, as well, we know you used to build dartboards yourself back in the day. There's been a lot of criticism of the current crop of dartboards.
Yeah.
What do you think the issue is? Is it the aggressive points players are using, or is there manufacturing issues, do you think, deep down need addressing, or is it a mixture of both?
Well, I think the points they're using doesn't what any dartboard you're going to play on. They pull the size out. They're like little barbs. So really, a dart manufacturer, he can't really sell them points per se. If they can't buy them, they can't use them. But they ruin a dartboard. I'm not on Winmore dartboards, obviously, are the best dartboard in the world. I make dartboards. I actually done a lot of research on all them dartboards with Harry Kicks for Winmore years ago. The blade board was years ago. We made that, but it's the way they make it, the sisal they use. Now, Winmore got their sisal, they grow their sisal, and you get good sisal. It's a plant. And they fresh the plant, you end up with all the strands, where you get bits in it. So you get good sisal and you get bad sisal, you have to comb it. Some have got black spots in it. So some companies actually dye the sisal, which doesn't look right. The sisal is not up to scratch. And they don't make it thick enough. The sisal is slightly thinner. So the point can go through the sisal because you put a lot of pressure when you throw a dart. It goes through the sisal and it hits the chipboard and it bounces out. So the thing is, you've got the right amount of sisal, the biscuit. They're biscuits. They call them biscuits, and they're crushed. So you'll get the right amount. You might have 23 in a ball, 25 in a ball, but you've got to get it right. Now, when you get to the bullseye, because you've got all the biscuits, the smallest area with a lot of wire is the bullseye on 25. So that could be harder. So you've got to get it right so it's not too soft on the actual overall of the dartboard, but it's not too hard where the bullseye is. So there's a lot of technology in it. And the glue they use as well. It all depends on the glue that they stick the sisal on. And with Winmore, that they use a hot glue so they can stick the sisal better. Now the blade board originally, the idea of a blade board, it's got blades, you've got the wires thing, and you've got a blade. Looks like a knife, they called it a blade. The idea was to push it in. Once you've got the jigs made up, they're easier to make than a round wire dartboard because it's quicker, but it costs a lot of money for the jigs and everything to do it. You push it in, and the idea was to push it in the chipboard, but it couldn't go in the chipboard because chipboard's dense and you can't get it in. So when it went in, it bent, and it went under the hot glue that is not soft, so it doesn't pop out. But other manufacturers don't do that. They use a cheaper way, and the wires come out. You only get what you pay for. It's like a 9-carat gold ring, right, and an 18-carat gold ring. They're rings, but one is half the price than the other. But you only get what you pay for.
As well, another topical one, Lakeside has now left us as a darting venue.
Yeah.
Obviously you played and commentated there for many years. Was it a sad day, or is it the right thing for the BDO to try and move on away from Lakeside?
Well, I don't know the politics, whether it was. I think Lakeside, why you've got good crowds at Lakeside, because it's the history of the game. And people say, oh, Lakeside, they could stay there for a week, watch the darts, you're more closer to the players. They're moved now. I don't know. I don't know if they'll get the crowds out. You know, well, the rest is, was it? Change is good as the rest, they say. I don't know, to be honest with you. It's a shame it's gone from Lakeside because that's the history of the game, really. You had Jollies, then you had Lakeside. And they've changed the venue, and I don't know. I can't really slag them because I don't really know them. So Might be good for the. It might be good. It could be a washout. We don't know.
Were you surprised as well, the BDOs, the way the mass exodus of the officials all went at once? Obviously, something doesn't, from the outside looking in, something doesn't quite seem right, does it? For all to leave at once.
Look, them boys, them callers, they call because they love the game. They get £15 a day for their food. They don't get paid, just £15 a day. Well, you can get fish and chips for 15 quid, just without the salt, that is. It's a bit more dearer. Now, you've got to give someone a gold. Them boys go out there, they learn to count, they've got the pressure on them. They can't keep on like just saying, well, there's your accommodation. You can't stay at Lakeside, by the way. You have to stay in a bed and breakfast or a tent, right? And give them 15 quid. That's wrong. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
You've got to look after the people. Without the chalkers, without the callers, without the referees, you haven't got the game. We're all together. If you've got a good caller, you can play good. If you've got a ref that do all the refs know the rules? No, there's a rule book. They don't know the rules. So they go to Little Richard and say, what's the rule? He knew the rules because he studied it. Every single MC should know the rules of the game. So if someone's doing something wrong, they can say, you do that again, you're disqualified. But they don't know. So they go and ask Richard, and it's too late. You can't just pull someone out. And so Little Richard said, he said, enough. Hope they do all right, he said. Good luck to them. And all the others said, well, we're going in. We're off. So I don't know how they're going to get on, because he's not just calling, it's timing. You've got all the stats. There's a lot in it. There's a lot more in just, you think, oh, call a name out, a number out. It's not like that. You've got to pronounce the names. I used to hate it, you know. When I'd done the commentating with Murray, we'll have a Jap, and with Ray Stubbs, we'll have a Japanese player, and I couldn't pronounce the name. So I used to say to him, how's that go? You go, oh no, nice to practice. And he said, what's that bloke's name? He's getting me at it. But once I said it, I was happy. But you've got to learn all the names properly, haven't you?
Yeah.
All these foreign names is John and Harry and all that's easy. But when you get these foreign overseas players, they've got different pronunciation. You can't read what they wrote down for their name. So you've got to do because they get upset. But I don't know, they might be all right, but it's a shame that it's gone that way.
Bobby, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you here in Cardiff at the Red Dragon Champions. Thank you very much as always, Bob.
That's all right, mate.